Rover goes to school. My sister name is Rover, okay? She wouldn't answer if you call her anything else. She just points to the puppy costume Grandpa made for her. Woof, woof, woof. My sister sleep in the puppy costume. She eat in the puppy costume. She goes for walk in the puppy costume. Mostly on a lane with me holding the other end. You are her brother, Bonnie, Mom says. It's the sort of thing brothers do. Thanks, Mom. And when the puppy costume is being washed, my sister just sits and mops. She was mopping under the wash line on Sunday morning when Grumpy Mrs. Robinson from next door looked over her face. What's that you're hang on the drag? Out the drag. It's Rover. Rover? He is still wet. Mrs. Robinson from the washing machine. Mrs. Robinson's face turned pink. You put your new puppy in the washing machine? She gasped. And now we're packed in out on the washing line? Well, it's not alive. Not alive? It wouldn't be. Not after you're done that to it. She hurried indoors, muttered under the breath. But by Monday morning, the puppy costume was dry and Rover was back in action. You can't wear it now. Why not, Barney? It's a school day today. What? You are going to school dressed as Rover? Woof, woof. I couldn't believe it. It was true. Thought. Mom and Dad has agreed to it. It seemed only fair, Bonnie. Well, she couldn't wear it yesterday because Dad has write a note. Dear Mrs. Goodman, would you let Sarah wear her puppy costume to school for the day? Grandpa made it as a present. If sure you understand. Bernie will keep an eye on her. Many thanks. John Barton. Think we're going for bed to worse. Me? Why should I keep an eye on her? Because you're her brother. But do I have to? Yes! So I took Robert to school. Mr. Lawson, the crossman, Lucas, the crossman, near dropped his lollipop. Good morning, Bernie. Good morning, Rover. My sister's name is Rover. Good morning, Rover. Woof, woof, woof. As she crossed the road, Rover waved a blue kiss at everyone. All the kids and all the traffic came to a complete standstill. It was as if a rock singer or famous footballer was visiting the school. Cross now, doggy. Stop show off. Look at that lovely puppy. When we finally made it into school, I heard a strange for the head teacher's office to give him that note. Surely Mr. Goodwin would see sense. But even he seemed pleased to see us. Okay, Barney, he grinned. We're like your sister off school in uniform just once. What a clever chap your grandpa is. Maybe too clever. Robert may score the little ones thought she'd better stay in your class. My class? Only for today, I ask you, would you like to spend a day in class with a kid's sister in a puppy costume? was really embarrassed. What would my class teacher say about this? Her name is Miss Duggan. The dragon is what we call her. You hate your new teacher, Rover, with any luck. Rover, your sister's name is Rover? Well, I hope she is well-behaved puppy. She can begin by helping us with the little extra hour. Here are some poems I want you to look at. They are written by a poem called Michael Rose. The dragon let us read our favorite Michelle Wilson poem out loud. I choose one about a dog. Down behind the dustbin, I made a dog called Tim. He didn't know me, and I didn't know him. At this, my sister wagged her tails like mad, and Mrs. Duggan actually smiled. Now write some poem of your own. Use Michelle Rose's poem to get your start. Here, the one I wrote first all of. Down among the dustbin, I made a dog called Rover. She much such a stinky show up that I wish today were over. This wasn't quite what the dragon wanted, of course, so I crossed it out and write another one. Down behind the dustbin, I made a dog called Rover. She much a might mega star. I call her Supernova? Someone says, what kind of name is that? It's a star that gets brighter and brighter, says Mr. Duggan. So it fit our little friends here perfect. Then she turned to me. It's lovely to see a boy who's so brilliant, brotherly. I hate different my little sister if I could. In math, we measure her. What floppy years she got 4 feet altogether. In science, we studied 2 clusters of stars called a dog star. And at story time, Miss Duggar even began reading a book called Wolf. It's in honor of our special guest out in the playground after lunch. I thought all the other infants would pat my sister to death. Good doggy. By now, I'd write another poem in my head. Down behind the dustbin, I made a dog called Rover. It thought that school might curse her, but she took the whole world place over. Maybe the afternoon would be different, I thought myself. No change. Can we guess who we draw in the art lesson? Or which of us was best at PE? Now, wonder Rover was excited when it came to Esmer time at the end of the afternoon. In the hall, she curled up beside me sleeping. First, Miss Gordon told us about the summer flat on Saturday. Then he introduced a special visitor. This is called from the Look After Animals Society, he says. She comes told with an important message for all over us. That's right. It's a message about real caring for our pets. Does anyone here have a pet at home? A goldfish, a hamster, 2 kittens, a stick inside. My very own pony. Caroline nodded. She was a tiny lady with small, smiling eyes, except now they looked rather sad. She waited till everyone was quiet. Well, I hope always kind to them. It's awful the way some children treat their pets. Caroline gave us all the serious look. Why, only yesterday I had a troubled phone call, she says. The lady who made it was so upset she forgot to leave her name at end. We know she'll leave her in the village dog. I think you'd better tell us about it. Are you sure, Miss Goodwin? I'm Christine. According to lady, a little girl who lived next door put her puppy in the washing machine. Then she hung it up to dry. Everyone gasped. Caroline looked ready to blush into tears. Suddenly, whiff. My sister bounced down to the front so fast I couldn't hardly keep up with her. Whiff. This is Rover, says Mr. Goodwin, and her brother Bonnie. Their parents are Caroline and their grandpa made the puppy costume. He stared her at my sister. Robert, hey, you got something to tell us? With Robert acted the whole thing out with a bite of hat for him. She used a drama block as the washing machine. She used a skipper rope as the washing line and packed from the display. And she borrowed Miss Goodwin's glass to help her play Mrs. Robinson. Soon everyone was laughing their heads off. Oh dear, says Corey, wiping her eyes. I don't get many jokes in my job. Thank you, Robert, for such a wonderful story. She finished her talk with my sister stretched out at her feet. At the end, everyone clapped loudly. Then somebody shouted, 3 cheers for Robert and Caroline. I think it made me happy me. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Meanwhile, mind you, I leave Grandpa to explain things to Mrs. Robinson. The end.